painting my promotional pieces for promoting myself. So I decided to do a self-portrait in my 2022 style. Well, okay, first, first I'm going to do Willie people style, and then I'm going to do the current style. However, when it comes to me, self-portraits are always something a little different because I change every year. So there's never one self-portrait of me. And I used to actually paint self-portraits of myself every year, but it stopped because a lot of crazy stuff happened. We don't need to, we can discuss that another time. This is just about me painting my promotional pieces that'll be from now until the end of 2022. Because right now I have old stuff up and I want it fresh. So when people see my paintings, they're gonna know what I look like and they're gonna see this example. Oh, this is how it looks. So when I do this, I'm not gonna use the colors I'm wearing right now because this is just my M&M's look, as I call it. I'm gonna use what I call my official look, which is what you'll see in my real life pictures and my real life art installations where I have the moon and the red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, purple colors. And that's the color scheme I'm going to use it because that's how I identify my officialness. That's my official personal colors that I identify with. And of course I'm going to use moons because that's my theme this year. So this is going to be very interesting because it's been a very long time since I've done a self-portrait, especially in Willie people style. Okay. So now, I must paint a background first. Which is very easy because the background is going to be the backgrounds that we see in real life. My theme for 2022 is moon. So all I gotta do is... What's really interesting about this is it's not cut out as a moon shape. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to come out. Because all year everything's cut out in moons. So now, in the last few ways I've painted, I've learned that I'm not really able to paint like acrylics. So I am going to do two styles today. In the same video because I have to let this dry before I paint my foreground. So I'm going to paint the background first, give this time to dry. While it's drying, I'll do my current style, and after it's dry, I will be able to continue. Shall we go? It's going to be very interesting to see how I come out. Because when I do a self-portrait of myself, it's going to be pretty much how I really want everything to look, because I still have a lot of physical limitations to how I'm able to do my hairstyles and everything due to gravity, due to lack of materials, money. So this is going to pretty much be how I will like to look. You know, what I have in real life is the closest thing to what I want in my imagination. It's just, like I said, a lot of elements go against my imagination. Because, you know, my imagination's bigger than this world. Like, my imagination just exceeds what is actually possible. Alright, so I'm going to have to let this dry, but now I'm going to go on to my current style. It's going to be very interesting doing current style because it's going to look very similar to this. But hey, it's current. Right, we are dry now. So, I really don't like having to wait for things to dry. That's why I love working with acrylics, but temper does not allow me what I can do with acrylics, and that's okay. Because one of the big things of being an artist to me is to work with what you got. And I certainly do. And you know, one day, maybe I will finally have the money to have the acrylics and really express my artwork as it is meant to be. So now it is time to make me be born. I am going to be born into this painting. Gotta have a kind of a style party here. It's gonna be very interesting. Okay. I want my hairstyle to be showing. Alright, so I think it would be fair to put me here. Yeah, I'll look good right here. Cause I'm so much larger than life. I mean, do I really need to put a neck in? Because, like, you don't even see my neck. No, but that's how it is, though. Like, I draw everything in. as my face dries, time to throw my hairstyle in again. Alright. My hairstyle is probably going to take everything up, and you're not going to see the background at all. I just noticed a little something. I have got to add my eyes in, and I'm going to need, I always do this to myself. It's like I paint myself into a corner. White and yellow always separate my artwork. Okay. Let's clean this off and use it for white. Realize before anything, I gotta get my eye in here. You've gotta give me the nice big exaggerated eyes. Okay. That is it with you. Now I can continue making the hairstyle. And this I do want to be smiling in. So give me that, let me get this again. I do want this to have a smile with teeth. So I'm going to put this here. It looks a little silly right now, but it'll be or the other one, smile, but it didn't get a smile. It's alright. Like I say, my paintings can take a turn from what I'm imagining, but I feel like my art style one, which is the next video, came out better than I thought, even though I'm not smiling in it. Definitely more exotic. Whenever I get the feeling my hairstyle is going to take this whole thing, and doing the background wasn't a good idea. And you know what? It's alright. Everything is a good idea. It's just how we execute these things. I mean, in real life, when I stand in front of my backgrounds, this is what happens. I just take over. So, obviously, it makes sense for me to take over in my painting. Big thing that goes here. This one, yeah, we want to make sure it accentuates. So now we have the giant that's out here. I am very interested to see how this is going to come out. And a giant hairstyle. Right on the side. Okay. Hairstyle complete. I need my so I have two ideas for my body. Do I want I want and the painting is going to be like, is it his hairstyle or is it his clothes? But I mean, that's what happens in real life. Is he coming or is he going? That's what I feel like when I look at the back of myself. Everything's in there. Just wait till I see what comes of this. Okay, now then, I know I'm going to sound old school, but back in the day, we had to wait for our pictures to be developed. And even though I saw everything and I knew how everything looked, it's always exciting to get that picture. So this is pretty much developing as I'm creating. Because a lot of times when pictures are taken, you think it's going to look a certain way, and when it comes back, you're very surprised. Sometimes it's not a nice surprise because you didn't get the luxury of knowing what it looked like before it got developed. And if the picture didn't come out good, you lost that moment. And I had a lot of unfortunate moments like that. The flash goes all too bright and washes everything out. But then you get the pictures that look even better than you thought. And when I paint, that's what happens. It comes out better than I thought, or unexpected. So now I'm continuing painting my hairstyle again. Well, what I mean is, lately I've been having to repaint my hairstyles because I still have not figured out how to make them not wear out so fast. I feel like this is going to be the most surprising picture that I paint. The hair is going to swoop over my eye, because I like when that happens. It's my Veronica Lake slash Madonna. But no, I actually, well, see, I grew up at a very interesting time. It's like I was discovering the old school movie stars along with new stuff. So like I knew Veronica Lake and Madonna at the same time, even though Veronica came first. I actually had a really, I did a really cool marker drawing of Veronica Lake that I had hanging on my wall for a while. Just the perfect wave going over one eye. And I always like that look, hair over one eye. And when my hair does behave like that on some days, I love when that happens. Makes me very happy to see that occurrence. It doesn't always happen, but it's fun when it does. Right now, this keeps poking me in the eye, but yeah, that's art and that's fashion. I'm obviously not about practicality when it comes to how I look. I'm far from it. Like, it's funny because I'll be like, oh, this is how I'm comfortable looking. Well, a lot of times my looks are not very comfortable at all. But it's one of those, like I said, it's one of those weird things in my life. Like, how can I be comfortable looking a certain way, but deal with it being uncomfortable looking like that? It's just one of those things that make me fabulous. Oh, good lord. Alright, anyway. I'm really getting comfortable in front of this camera, huh? It's important for people to see the process. I used to never think like that either. I always felt like art was such a private thing and nobody can see me painting, but I mean, I really opened up this year about that because when my computer broke, I was very upset over it because, I mean, that's it. When things break around here, that's it. We don't really have the money for stuff. And so I had to leave it to Miguel to start taking over my social media. It's not completely, because I still go on them on the phone most of the time. But it's very hard for me. The phone's hard for me. I don't like using the phone for anything. I like to be on a computer with a keyboard. And we did hook up a keyboard to the phone, but it seemed to be eating too much of the battery up when I did it like that. I don't know why. So as I was saying, Miguel has taken over my social medias in the past when I wasn't doing so well. And I wanted to keep my presence on social media somehow. So I started to use the phone more often and I started to go live just to say I'm doing good. It is not like it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago when I wasn't able to. Because I mean, that's what happens sometimes. I just don't want to be on social media. I need a break. I hope that doesn't happen to me again. I don't like when I have to take a break. I like to always be able to function. But I mean, and then I've taken a huge responsibility. So anyway, so I did start going live, and I'm like, what am I going to do when I'm live? So I decided to do painting while I was live. I was hoping to gain some kind of like a live sort of thing going where people join and watch me paint. We just talk about anything and be inspirational and stuff, but that never happened. And that's okay, because it's not like I don't expect people to want to watch me paint and talk. Like, that would be kind of silly, but I was hoping maybe, some people that have nothing, and, here I am, like, I'm painting, you can join me, I'll keep you company. We'll have a good time, we'll talk about whatever. But, that did not take off, so. But, I mean, I did stay public. I did stop going live for a while because it just felt pointless. Only because, like, I wanted to connect. I wanted to, make something of it. And it's not that, I gave up. It's just I wasn't getting the connection I wanted. So, and it's like, when I stopped going live, no one even questioned it or cared. So I'm like, okay, well, because I didn't want to just go live just to be live. I wanted to go live and build relationships, but it didn't happen. So, and to make something of it. So obviously, all the other social medias don't really have much. Now I have started going live on TikTok because I can actually gain money from the TikToks, and that's, that is my motivation for going live now. I know Miguel says don't say that, but it's true. I need to make something of this besides me painting all these nice, amazing artworks every day and presenting them. I think it's about time after 48 years that my artwork gets appreciated and gets out there. So yeah, I am using these as promotional tools to hopefully gain an audience. How transparent is that? Well, it is. People might not like that, but it'd be nice to have an audience, and it'd be nice to just finally be appreciated and loved as it is meant to be. And I don't care if that sounds conceited or whatever, because I know my worth, and I know I'm great. And you know why I know these things? Because Miguel tells me. I have other friends that tell me these things. So I'm only reiterating what they say. But you know what? I also have been feeling it myself, finally. Because over my life, I did have a lot of low self-esteem issues over my course of my life. I mean, and eating disorders and all that stuff. So for me to be able to sit here and say, I do think I'm great, is definitely a good thing. And I used to be very afraid to say something like that, because when I was young, I used to be warned, don't talk about yourself too much, don't think too good about yourself. People will think that you you're conceited, or you have an ego. Well, you know what? We all have egos. And if people don't like it, then oh well. Someone's got to think good of me, and if I don't think good of me, how is anyone else going to think good of me? It's like when they say, oh, you're not really able to love yourself or anyone else unless you love yourself. Well, don't you think you need to love yourself in order for other people to love you? I think it works both ways. So yes, I do love myself. I do think I'm amazing. What I do is amazing. No one else does what I do. And I don't do it just to be different from everyone else. I do it because this is how I am. Because, some people will be like, oh, you're just doing this for attention. I'm not doing this for attention. What attention was I getting all those years where I was in my room alone with no internet, and I was just doing it? There's plenty of times in my life where I didn't go out and I was always in my room doing artwork, and I did look different. So what attention was I getting during those times? It wasn't. It was just me being me. Me being the happy me that I am. There were times where I wasn't me, and I did take the colors out hoping to make friends, because I thought, oh, well, maybe they are all right. Maybe because I wear all these colors, no one's being friends with me. But you know what happened when I took all the colors out and attempted to make friends? Absolutely nothing. It was no different than having the colors in. And it was a big waste of time if you ask me that I went through that. Because, like, I already had this feeling I didn't have to do that or prove it, but I went through it anyway. And, I mean, I don't care what anyone says, oh, yeah, maybe you need to experience it. I don't think I did. I feel like it was a huge waste of time and opportunity. So let me tell you, one of the years where I was normal, I don't like saying that word, but let's just say I was wearing Abercrombie and Fitch, my hair was flat, and it was natural, and no one looked twice when they looked at me. So, I mean, I don't want to say normal, but I wasn't colorful. So, one day, I actually get an interview at MTV Studios. And now, obviously, if I looked like this, I would have gotten the job. But I went in looking, can we say normal in this? Not normal, this is normally me, but abnormally me, but normal to the world. How's that? How's that for context? Okay, so I showed them my portfolio of all the different looks that I've done over the years up until that year. Alright, so that was 23 years ago, in fact. And I say, the reason why they want to interview me is, I showed them, it was weird, well, we were still able to kind of exchange pictures, and they saw, my different looks. So, but I only showed a few. And when I showed up, they were probably expecting me to look like that. Because I change my look every year. Everything's different every year. And when I went into the interview, they interviewed me, and they're like, but what happened? I'm like, oh, this is this year's theme. And the year's theme I had was light. And they're like, but, what's light about you? Because they saw animal print year, I had animal prints all over the place. I had a year called Cream Dream. I was dressed in all cream colors, and I had these really intricate cream braids made out of yarn. Pink and purple year, I had these goddess braids, and everything was pink and purple, and so forth. Black and white year, I had black and white. And here I'm in light year, wearing Abercrombie and Fitch. And but what is this? And I'm like, oh, this is light. Now, mind you, I was on medications. I was, unfortunately, listening to the doctors, the psychiatrists, and they're like, oh, you can have a look for going out, you can have a look for where you stay home, you can have a look where you create. So I was following that, so I had the look where I was going out. And since it was for an interview for a job, oh, I need to look like this. Nope. And they told me, well, if you are who you said you are, we will have loved to have you part of our team here on MTV, but you're not who you present yourself as. You said you're light year, we thought you were going to have all these lights as your hairstyle, which, I actually did have a hairstyle like that, but not for public, and completely destroyed and ruined a really good opportunity for me because I was not being myself. And do I regret it? Yes, I do, because that's what happens when you listen to other people. And back then in psychiatry, you had to have, looking different was very frowned upon. And the other thing was, oh, being yourself doesn't mean wearing all these colors, and being yourself doesn't mean doing this I think psychiatry kind of lets people have their self-expression now. I don't know really, because I don't like psychiatry. This is one of the reasons why I don't like it. A lot of people, I feel bad when people are getting help because I don't know what help they're getting, because when I got help, it was a complete disservice to me, because opportunities like that were completely missed. and that's not the only opportunity I missed by me not looking like myself. And I spent 2 years not looking like myself, not being the normal, colorful me, and people were like, "What happened?" And I was on Prozac. I was on a lot of medications, and these medications just I don't want to say they made me normal, but that's almost the best way I can describe it, and I don't want to really describe it like that. But like, I didn't have the desire to do anything, to be honest, because it didn't take away my color. It took away my desire to create and enjoy my life. All I wanted to do at that point was just to be accepted and have friends, and that was it. And it was just like, it was so counterproductive because I didn't make friends, and I did go out and attempt to make friends, and I did all these things. And it's just maybe people detected that I wasn't genuinely who I am. People who didn't know me, I don't know, but there's probably something very off about me that people were picking up on. And like I said, people who knew me didn't understand what was going on. Some people were happy I looked normal. They were very happy about that, especially my family. Very happy. But my family wasn't that happy because they still picked on me and criticized me. I mean, my family is another story. I don't want to really talk bad about them, but I had a very bad family experience in my life, and we want to talk about good stuff. My message I'm pointing out right now is me being myself is always the best way for me, and I won't have it any other way. And that is it, because last time I stopped being myself was actually 9 years ago, and it got me in trouble. That's another story time for another story time. I'd rather talk more positive. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's not good to address or talk about. I just don't want to. I want my painting to have good stuff in it. So I'm going to keep on the good stuff. But like I said, the moral to the story is always be yourself, whatever that yourself is. Because you don't want to miss out on opportunities that your true self will bring to you. Because only your true self will bring the opportunities into your life that are meant to be in your life. Okay? If you're not yourself, you're never going to find your soulmate. Okay? That I can definitely tell is the truth. You're not going to find people to love you and have relationships if you're not truly your 100% self. I had zero success in finding love when I looked like the rest of the world. How's that a way to describe it? Okay. So let's get some lips on me. Yeah, I see me flapping my okay. I want to smile in this one. Now I get this a lot more like my style. Usually, my Willie people style usually does have big lips, so I want to get these lips to be a lot more bigger than, because I made a few, Willie peoples already, but we need to have some lips. We need lips. I like big lips. Okay, there. Alright, now let me start putting in my eyebrows and beard and everything else. And it's funny, my smile doesn't really go like that. It's actually like that. It's like a lemon-shaped smile. Alright, I have a good feeling about this one. Alright, it's time for me to be born. Get my face on here. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to do this in reverse. So let's start with my eyebrow here. That's it. You're not gonna see the rest of the eyebrow because my hair is covering it. Let's get my eyebrow over here. I might have a little Frida Kahlo going on here. Yes. There was a time where I actually connected my eyebrows like Frida Kahlo. I loved that unique look of her. So I'm realizing I need to start my mustache from the bottom and go up. And I'm gonna have to do it like these. Okay. I have to do my mustache first and then do my beard. When I paint, I like to do everything all at once, if you've noticed. So I'm doing what I want to do all over the place. But we're not doing that this time. This time we're get it all in. The mustache first, and then the beard, then the eyebrows. We got green. My paintbrushes love to play hide and seek with me. Hide and go to seek. How do we see it? It's just like when I create my mustache in real life, huh? And there are times where my mustache will exceed my actual mustache hairs because of all the colors I'm putting on it. I think it's not the 9-color rainbow one. You know, while I'm doing this, I'm like, I think I need to start painting even bigger than what I paint. Okay, now I can do the rest of my beard. And the rest of my beard will go like this. Just as you see. And then I gotta do the beard and mustache ornaments on top of this. There's so much to me. There's layers and layers of layers of layers. It's just funny because I'm so used to coloring my beard in real life, and now I'm doing it on paper. I bet people who see this and don't know me are gonna think, oh, what a cool painting. And then they're going to see me and be like, what? That painting's real? It sure is. They really do exist. Oh, do they exist? You know, it's funny, these colors are going on exactly the way I put my stuff on my face in real life. This is kind of funny. I always have to be careful even there with the yellows and the stuff. Alright, we're getting there. Get the orange. It's gonna be weird when I put my black outlines on here. And, we're both curious to see where the black outlines are gonna go. I don't think I would put black outlines between every single thing because I don't think it's gonna work well like that. But we'll see. I need a very thin brush if I'm going to do that, and I don't have many thin brushes. But we will see what will become of me. And there we go. Okay, let's get my eyebrows on, do my mustache and beard ornaments. And we are almost ready to go. So I gotta do I know I have to outline my eyebrows, so I have to do these a little bit thicker. I got check mark eyebrows. Okay, let me make sure I got my check mark in here. That's what I always call them. That's why I used to hate my eyebrows when I was little. Why do I have to have check marks for eyebrows? The time I shaved my eyebrows off, my mom hated it, but I liked it. Actually, I spent 10 years without eyebrows, and the funny thing is nobody even noticed. Unless they really looked at me and like, you don't have eyebrows. I'm like, I know. When did you shave them? Like 5 years ago. What? I mean, it just goes. My life really goes to show you that people really don't pay attention. Unless of course I just have so many details, it's hard to pay attention. Alright, mustache and beard ornament time. Another layer. See, I'm a very busy subject to paint. I almost didn't want to paint myself today because I know what's involved in painting myself. And Miguel's like, no, we gotta do this for promotion. I'm like, I know, but I just want to relax today. And every time I think I'm gonna relax, I wind up painting lately, and that's okay. I'm blessed to be able to paint. But no, there's a lot of special things going on behind the scenes, and we want to get my pages up. And I think one of the best examples to have up is a self-portrait of me to represent myself. And actually, I think a good way for a lot of artists, if they do draw paintings, is to promote yourself with a self-portrait. I don't know. I'm guessing this is a good way to do it. So, right now we have a self-portrait up that's from 20 years ago. In an art style I really don't do anymore because I don't have the materials, and I don't want to have that people thinking, oh, I want it like this, and I'm like, I don't have that kind of paint or materials, because what's up there now is on cardboard. When I was in high school, my art teachers, my mom, they're all having me paint large things, and I was very lucky that they were always giving me art supplies to paint with, because they wanted me to have this large portfolio of large works to share. And well, unfortunately I did not share because I shared, but I was very religious when I was a teenager, and I felt extremely guilty when it came to selling artwork. Because I'm like, why does someone want to spend money on this? Okay, I'm gonna come out and say it now. It felt like I was a prostitute. I know it's ridiculous, but I mean, that's what religion will do to you. And I just felt like it was wrong to sell artwork. For me, I didn't like come against people selling their artwork. I just felt too guilty about it. And I did have a little self-esteem that said, who's going on buying your artwork? Blah, 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 stupid self-talk that you need to not listen to. People are going to love you. I mean, hello. The art teachers loved me. Everyone that they introduced me to loved me. But me, I needed to love me. Okay, so I need to make a little brown for my eyes, because my Willie people are more on the realistic color side, and I am, rainbows and everything. Looks like I need a little more green in my mustache. I'm doing my eyes brown because I do have brown eyes. Now, I do not like using brown, black, or white in my artwork usually, but when it comes to this style, I am open to using it, obviously, because this is just another style that I paint in. So let's make some brown. Brown is very easy to make. You just take two complementary colors and mix them together. And I like how red and green. I like the brown that red and green make, so that's what I'm going to use. Red and green make a lovely. Okay, it's fine. I don't like brown, but if I'm going to make it, I may as well enjoy it. I mean, brown is one of my most hated colors. But yeah, I have brown eyes. Okay, I don't like brown as far as like colors for walls or floors, clothes. Hair is okay, I just don't want brown hair on me. Here's my big, beautiful. Actually, Miguel says that I don't really have brown eyes. He sees other colors when he looks in my eyes. So, maybe my eyes are manifesting my colors. Okay, there's my big brown eyes. So now it is time for the outlines. And yes, this does look very much like me. That's funny. Alright, so yeah, I can use any paintbrush for this, really. Okay, so very unique for me to use black. Excuse me. Alright. We want to make everything pop up and see everything. I'm going to do my face last because I want to watch it come alive. Come alive, come alive. And we weren't sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to outline the back yet. I want to see how everything looks outlined first. Before I outline every single thing. Alright, you need to move. You need to move so you can go there. Okay. Alright. I plan on taking a picture with this on September 1st because I'll be wearing half my official look, but only I will realize that it's two different things. It's okay. I mean, on my birthday, I'm going to be wearing my official look, like, totally. Actually, I'll be wearing it for the first time since January 1st. Because, I've been mixing my colors every month. I have to say I'm pretty amazed with myself that I can still do this. The longest time I thought I lost it. The touch that these Willie people have. But yeah, I'm feeling the feeling I get when I paint them. And it's a good feeling, it's not a bad feeling. It's like I'm watching, watching myself come alive this time. But usually when I'm painting, I'm watching the person I'm painting come alive. And I feel like, I know a lot of women will be like, that's not what birth's like. I feel like, or people who give birth. I'm sure people who give birth will say, oh, that's not what giving birth's like. But I feel like I'm giving birth minus the pains. Extremely painful. But you know something my mom told me? She said to me when she had 2 brain tumors that giving birth is not the most excruciating pain in the world. So I hope nobody has to experience having 2 brain tumors in their brain, because that is worse than childbirth. My mom said she'd rather give birth 10 more times than have the brain tumors that she had in her brain. That's how bad it was. I don't know how bad it was. I had to watch her being pain. Okay. So I don't want to talk about that right now because I want to just breathe life into my painting. Okay, if I'm going to talk about my mom, I'm going to talk about what an amazing person she was in letting me be able to develop my styles and my skills and everything. She was always telling me to do what makes me happy, even if she didn't like it. And I don't want to get negative, but she didn't like everything I did. Oh, she did not like everything I did. And it was hard, but the thing is, she knew it was important to me, and it's weird because she supported it, but she expressed her feelings about it, but she also supported it at the same time. It's just I had a lot of things clashing against me in my life, and fortunately Miguel likes everything about me, and I don't have to worry about that. I'm not speaking against my mom. It's just that how it was. Like I used to feel sad when she used to say, "It is what it is," when it came to me. And see, I don't want to get negative. Positivity. I know my mom loved me, my dad loved me, but what I can say is it wasn't because of the way I looked. They were just worried about when they weren't here how I was going to be treated, and they didn't want me winding up alone in this world. Unfortunately, that did not happen because I have Miguel, and I do believe they sent Miguel to me, so I can live a very happy life with somebody. And I do not have to live the rest of my life alone or lonely. Thank goodness. And that will be my testimony for all that. Wait, do I need this one yet? Just when I thought of that now, Get my beard first. So much going on. Right now, I have a lot of good encouragement in my life. Finally. Yeah. And I can say finally enough love. And not just from Mio, which I do like that, but it's nice to have more people being loving and supporting and loving what I do. It's been a long time coming. Okay, now we need some more warm. So I decided to take on the challenge of giving myself teeth. But let me do the eyebrows first. And checkerboard eyebrows. I mean, check my eyebrows. Not checkerboard, but that sounds like a good idea. Iron. All right, Miguel. Miguel.
Yay! I think that works. That fits. That fits this time.
It's me, though, isn't it?
Yes.
It's me.
No, it does fit the style.
It's a smiling version.
Yeah, it fits the style.
Does it make you happy?
Yes, I like it.
Now, what do we think? Are we going to put the outlines in the background, or do you think that'll take away from the foreground?
I think they'll take away from the foreground. Just leave it.
That's what I thought too. That one can be the exotic one, and this can be the.
No, I think it works. It fits your style.
The first original one that you saw, when I was done, I burst out laughing at it. I thought it was the most hilarious thing I've ever painted in my life. And everyone loved it.
This image right here is the image that he's talking about. He laughed. This image. I think it fits the aesthetic. But that image down there looks exactly like the style that this image is in. Willie people. So I think it works. It fits. And
Yeah.
he's doing something new. It's even better.
So there we have it. It is my Moon 2022 version. And I'll sign it. And if anybody wants to buy it, you sure can buy it. Because I'm sure it will bring joy into your life. As much as it brought me joy painting it. And that is it. Now we have a profile picture for my artwork. Alright, that's it.